This is your weekly rundown of Season 23, Week 26, Season of the Wish. The Season of the Wish finale goes live this week. As veiled threats emerge, we will have to get closer to the heart. This week sees the final two bosses added to the Pantheon PvE raid gauntlet, which will see you face off against Golgoroth, Caretaker, Zorok, Atrax 1, Oryx and Varrock, with Rhythm from Last Wish and Nezarec from Root of Nightmares rounding out the final challenge. This week sees the second week of the exotic mission 0 Hour, where players can pick up the second catalyst for the craftable version of the Outbreak Perfected. Also continuing this week, we have the Horde game mode Onslaught, where you only have a couple of weeks left to grab your shiny versions of the Brave Weapon Arsenal and the Super Black Shader. For our Legacy rotation, the Dreaming City this week is at a weak curse level. Petrovenge can be found in the Strand with the Broken Courier mission. The Blindwell features Scorn enemies and the Plagues, Sicarus and Veracus. The Ascendant challenge will be the Agonon's Abyss over in the Bay of Drowned Wishes Lost Sector. On the Moon, the weekly story mission is Beyond. The Trove Guardian is located in Archer's Line, while the Wandering Nightmare is the Nightmare of Jax, Claws of Zevro Wrath at the Hellmouth. Nightmare hunts Skolas, Pride, Omnigul, Anguish and Zydron Servitude. On Europa this week, Corredis the Dark Priestess will be the Empire Hunt, Eventide Ruins will be the Eclipse Zone, and the Exo challenge will be Survival. Days of Resenting Legendary rounds are Cabal, Taken and Crota. The Scatterhorn armor set and the Wild Hunt armor set will be available in Days of Eternity with Weapon Set 1. Arsenic Bite 4B, Blast Batu, Corsair's Wrath, Deafening Whisper, Dire Promise, Enigma's Draw, Escape Velocity, Giant 7 Rifle, Friction Fire, Royal Chase, True Prophecy, and Timeline's Vertex. The Witch Queen weekly story mission is The Cunning, Altar of Reflections Catalyst, and Altar of Reflections Pact. The Lightfall weekly mission is Desperate Measures, the Partition mission will be Backdoor, and the Vex incursion will be Zephyr Concourse. The Crota's End raid challenge this week is the fourth encounter, Crota, Son of Oryx, called All for One. The Root of Nightmares raid challenge this week is the first encounter, Cataclysm, called Illuminated Torment. The Kingsfall raid challenge this week is the third encounter, Golgoroth, called Gazer Maze. The Vault of Glass challenge this week is the fourth encounter, Gatekeeper, called Strangers in Time. The Deepstone Crypt challenge this week is the fourth encounter, Tanix, called The Core 4. The Garden of Salvation challenge this week is the fourth encounter, Sanctified Mind, called 0 to 100. And the Last Wish challenge this week is the third encounter, Morgoth, called Forever Fight. Your Pinnacle raid will be the Vow the Disciple over on the Throne World, with all challenges available for each encounter, with the exotic Pulse Rifle Collective Obligation being farmable from the final boss. The Pinnacle dungeon will be the Prophecy over in the Legends tab. The exotic mission rotator will be Presage, with the Deadman's Tale exotic Scout Rifle being the main reward. The Season of the Haunted and opulent weapon sets, plus the Eidolon Pursuant armor set. The exotic missions The Whisper and 0 Hour are also available over in the Interlight node. Lost Sectors, Tuesday the Quarry on the DZ for exotic gauntlets, Wednesday Fillion's Rest on the Dreaming City for exotic chests, Thursday Bay of Drowned Wishes on the Dreaming City for exotic helmets, Friday Chamber of Starlight on the Dreaming City for exotic boots, Saturday Perdition on Europa for exotic gauntlets, Sunday Bunker E15 on Europa for exotic chests, and Monday Concealed Void on Europa for exotic helmets. Also, this week's weapon rotation will start on set 4 on Tuesday's reset. Our 26th featured Nightfall will see us face off against Hymix in the Birthplace of the Vile over on the Throne World, with the Undercurrent Grenade Launcher being the featured weapon. The 6v6 Control playlist will be Control, Mayhem in the Party Relentless playlist, New Territory Game Rotation in the 3v3 playlist, Hardware Supremacy in Crucible Labs, and Trials of Osiris at the weekend, with Sirius Plaza as the featured map. Plus, bonus Trials ranks available all weekend. Also, don't forget to start collecting all your Season of the Wish Pass items, any items left over from Hall of Champions, Shax and Arcite 9940, any items from the Helm vendors, plus your reward tracker items and engrams from the Tower vendors, and complete your challenges for a large pile of Bright Dust. Grab these before the end of the season as they will reset and you will lose all items when the final shape begins. Plus, don't forget your free pile of 700 Bright Dust from the Eververse store. And that's it for the 26th week of Season of the Wish. Thank you for watching, Allons-y.